Oh my God.
Get out of your mind. You really ruined behind.
Because it was a book club.
Use my brain for a change.
Ah, come on. You use that thing all the time.
There's a mess up there anyway.
Getting closer. Oh, my. Hey there, y'all. Big Bear Ron here. Have some coffee with me, will you? Rita is doing just fine. She has won the affections of all the family members, and all the family members have won her affections, and so everybody seems to be feeling right at home. She sleeps with me in the bed at night, of course. I get up around 4:30, and as soon as I get up, she gets out of bed and she leaves. She walks out the bedroom door, down the hall to whatever open door is, and she just goes into the room and climbs up in the bed with whoever, depending on which door she goes in. So she's made herself right at home, and there's nobody complaining. She's even getting along with the other dogs and cats in the place, and she's even got a little buddy or two there. They play a lot with each other, and so I think, everything's just falling into sync. Now the truck driving part. Oh my, was I in for a surprise. It has been a nerve-wracking experience. Now, taking the test. I aced the test for my permit. There was no problem about that. But I'm pretty good about absorbing material and keeping it in my head until I can take a test, and I can do that pretty good. But I tell you what, the truck driving part has been a challenge. And I know some of you truck drivers out there, if you're listening to me, you're going to be laughing and chuckling at me, and that's quite all right. That's fair game. But you know what? Maneuvering a truck that's got a 48-plus foot tractor on the back of it is a challenging thing. And I'm learning how to do the backup maneuvers. I'm getting better at that, okay? Usually, as long as I can see what I'm aiming for in the mirror, I'm doing okay. But I'm not, I don't have any bragging rights yet. But anyway, I think I'm just about ready to test on the backing up maneuvers. But of course, I love to practice every chance that I get. Oh boy, but we went on the road this past week, and I'm telling you, what a hair-raising experience that has been. I mean, I remember the day the teacher just looked at me, you're first. Oh my God. Why do I have to be first? And, we're talking about 8 o'clock in the morning. That's when the rush hour is still going on. And I'm going, oh, my God. And then leaving the truck driving school campus, we have to go on right down to a major intersection, and I'm like, God, I feel like a beginner swimmer, who's been thrown out into the deep water before he's learned how to, do well in the shallow water. Oh. Anyway, when you're driving a semi, you have to double clutch, and what that means is we have to pass the test. We've got to show that we can do that. And what that means is you clutch to get it out of gear, and then you clutch again to put it up, and when you're shifting upwards, okay? So you mash the clutch, knock it out of gear, mash the clutch, and you have to do it almost lightning fast, Now, I've gotten better at that, and as long as we're driving on a straight road, or just driving forward, wherever, and driving steady, I can pretty well manage that. But oh my God, if we're driving for a while, like on the interstate, and I've forgotten what gear I'm in, I found myself having to fight with that thing. Now, our instructor won't let us keep our hand on the stick shift, because our examiner will count off for that. And so, when you're driving a stick shift, sometimes you do that to kind of remember where you are, because that sign over there that tells me all the gears is not going to help me. much. I have to kind of feel it, because my eyes are usually focused on what's going on in the traffic and the mirrors and all that stuff. But anyway, if I forget what gear I'm in, and you're trying to go really, really fast, I forget, and you end up fighting with the damn thing, and then the instructor's over there, hurry, change it, get off that clutch, get on that clutch, get off that clutch, I'm like, God damn, excuse my language, but that's just how I feel at the moment. And meanwhile, I got 3 other student drivers back in the cab who are waiting for their turn, and I'm like, damn, why did I have to be first? And I haven't talked about downshifting. Downshifting has been, oh my God, one place we were going downhill towards an intersection with a traffic light, and she wants me to make a left turn. Well, okay, I can buy the fact, look, you got to get used to it. This is the way it's like in the real world. But I'm like, give me a break, why don't you? Why don't you take us out to a driving range where we're a little bit less exposed to all this danger out here, so that, making the mistakes that we're likely to make can be a bit more safe, But anyway, so she says, I want you to downshift and make sure that you're in, she said, gear 6 by the time you get down there. Well, to downshift, what you have to do, you have to mash clutch to knock it out of gear, get your damn foot off the clutch, rev it up a bit, and then let it fall into gear and brake. Then you do the same thing again. Clutch, knock it out of gear, rev it up, and then, and of course, all the while you're doing that, you're going downhill, you're approaching an intersection, you're getting ready to turn, and so your face is doing that number, and you're like trying to size up the big picture here, and all the while, she's over there, get your damn foot off the clutch, change it, and it's not, it's doing it, it won't change. I'm going, damn, and by the time I get to the intersection, for a semi, you got to pull out straight, and you have to keep the back wheels there in your lane, and I'm going, God. By the time I got through it, I'm like, whew, I wanted to stop that damn truck, just sit there and take a breath, but I couldn't do that. Whew. Yeah, and I hate being the first one, and I hate starting off like that, it's like crap. Anyway. Yep, and what I hate about this is the fact that we have 2 shifts of drivers. We either drive in the morning or we drive in the afternoon, and when you're finished driving, you're pretty much done driving for that day. You don't get another chance to practice your skill until the next day, and it's kind of like, gee, and so, and oh God, oh me. Well, anyway, I hope it all works out well. I'm not going to give up, but already I'm looking into possibly signing up for a technical college in North Georgia to take their truck driving course after this one. I'm getting ready to think that I might need to do it so I can get a little more time with an instructor who can take a little more time with me to make sure that I get it down. And there are some companies out there I know that will train you, and they've got these simulators and all that stuff, but generally you have to sign up to be committed to them for about 18 months, or you end up paying a great big lump sum price, and I'm like, I'm weighing all of that out. Is that something I want to do? That by the time I get home, I'm like, yo, I'm not only brain dead, but I'm dead everywhere else. But generally, my mood's pretty good, and I look forward to getting home, and having a meal, but I look forward to going back to class the next day. But damn, do I hate being called on first. I've been called first all my life. Why can't I be last? Anyway, there you go. That's an update on what's been going on. I'll probably post another video soon, but until then, I hope you're having a great day. Take care of yourself, and holler at me, will you?